It's Wednesday, July 4th, and time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. There's no ease for motorists whose road tax were due before July 1. Transport and Works Minister Dr. William Duguid yesterday made it clear that those taxes must be paid to the Barbados Revenue Authority. The tax was abolished last Sunday and replaced by a tax of 40 cents per litre on gasoline and diesel and 5 cents per litre on kerosene. However, drivers whose taxes expired mere days before the levy was removed have been going to the BRA for their documents, only to discover that they are required to make the payments.
Now, we empathize with people, especially people who only have 3 days or 4 days and feel hard done by the fact. But road taxes remain due, and we expect people to comply and pay their road tax. And further, we expect people to comply and pay their insurance as well. And we'll be putting matters in place and facilities in place to confirm that people pay their insurance. And we also intend to go towards a sticker which we'll be putting on the rear plate of your car. And that sticker will be proof that you would have paid your insurance as well. And we're going to go further, and in due course, we're going to actually be able to mail that sticker to you with the registration card, so you actually wouldn't have to come and line up at licensing authority so that you could get that.
Immigration officers will not spend a single minute past August 1 in the condemned Wharf Road headquarters. The National Union of Public Workers issued the warning to government today after the scheduled move to the new offices at the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. on Princess Alice Highway was delayed because the complex is not ready. NUPW General Secretary Roslyn Smith tells Barbados Today contractors needed an additional 3 weeks to fix some issues relating to air quality. However, she's made it clear that this is the last chance, as workers are simply fed up with the many postponements.
They move and keep moving the goalposts. But they recognize now that the workers had gone in with the management and identified some things that really need to be corrected. And they're supposed to put in something for the air quality to monitor that. You know, you go along because it's something like you can put your finger on to say, put it or something like that. These are things that the workers identified, so I would not want to go against that, right? So I will mull along for the 2 weeks, as they say 2 to 3 weeks, but definitely that key has to be given over this month. This is the last run that I will tolerate. Anything over that, I think the workers will have just cause and coming out of that old business.
Prime Minister Mia Mottley officially takes her place as the newest CARICOM head of government following her Barbados Labour Party's massive election win on May 24. Prime Minister Mottley is also set to deliver one of the keynote addresses at today's opening ceremony, which begins at 4 p.m. at the Montego Bay Convention Center in Jamaica. Also down to address the gathering are the outgoing chairman of the conference, President Jovenel Moïse of Haiti, the incoming chairman and host Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Owen LaRocque. Following the opening, heads will meet in caucus from July 5th to 6th to discuss a range of critical matters, including measures impacting the implementation of the CARICOM single market and economy, crime and security, building post-hurricane disaster resilience, and emerging geopolitical developments, which can have an impact on the region's growth prospects. They will also receive and discuss the final report from the CARICOM Commission on marijuana.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from our regional neighbors now. The Cayman Islands is taking a battle with the UK over the imposition of public beneficial ownership registries on overseas territories to CARICOM. Premier Alden McLaughlin will discuss the issue with regional leaders on behalf of all British overseas territories at the 39th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, which gets off in Jamaica this afternoon. We get more in this report from Cayman News 27.
Premier McLaughlin says CARICOM Secretary General Erwin LaRocque agreed to add the matter to their caucus agenda.
I believe that a discussion at the caucus level with regard to this issue and the need for clarity in the constitutions of the Caribbean overseas territories will have the dual benefit of deepening the understanding of CARICOM leaders regarding our unique circumstances while increasing our level of engagement as associate members of CARICOM.
The Premier says he wrote to CARICOM in his capacity as UK Overseas Territories Association President, and that letter is being used as the paper for their discussions.
As you and members of this Honourable House are aware, there is strength in numbers. Just as members of this House are united in assuring that the rights of overseas territories citizens are respected and protected, so too can we benefit from the support of CARICOM.
The CARICOM meeting runs from July 4th to 6th.
And still in regional developments, St. Lucia's Prime Minister clears the air on his government's position on regional carrier Liat. Recently, local and regional media houses reported that Castries would subsidize the cash-strapped island hopper. However, Prime Minister Alan Shasney says no such decision has been taken. He says his government had only agreed to a meeting to discuss some of the issues relevant to the airline and was looking forward to continued dialogue with the OECS and other stakeholders on its future. And finally, China is putting pressure on the European Union. It wants the EU to issue a strong joint statement against President Donald Trump's trade policies at a summit to be held later this month. We get more in this report from Reuters TV.
U.S. President Donald Trump's aggressive tariffs spurring what could have been a major shift in global alliances. China joining forces with the European Union. Reuters learning exclusively Beijing is pressuring the EU to stand with it against Trump's trade policies, proposing a relationship that would open up more of the Chinese market to Europe and possibly launch joint action against the U.S. at the World Trade Organization. But it was not meant to be, at least for now, says Reuters reporter Robin Emmott in Brussels.
The Europeans have firmly rejected that because they say that they actually agree with the United States when they accuse China of distortive trade practices and overproduction in certain sectors to try and dominate world markets. They just think that Donald Trump is going about it the wrong way.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. To have a wonderful day.